Hello, it's Naomi here, and I wanted to go over a lymphatic sequence today to help you drain your sinuses. This time of year with allergies and colds running around, sinus congestion can really be an issue, can give us some brain fog, can make it hard to get through the day. So this is just a little go-to. You can do it anywhere that you can turn to help clear all of that congestion out. And so it's important to understand where your lymphatics are going to be running down so you know the path that you're going to follow. So for this, it's opening up the main drain. As with any lymphatic sequence that we will do, we will always start and end in the supraclavicular region right here in this notch, okay? And we are going to be working along the neck this way. And it really just sort of starts right behind the ear, this whole train of lymphatics, this whole river that streams down. We have in the front and back of the ears. For our sinuses, we actually have the occiput that we will be working because our sinuses are in our skull. And so therefore, the most of it that we work is on the face. There is some posteriorly that we want to drain as well. We'll bring it forward on the shirt collar area. And in the face, the lymphatics drain in this little triangle here. Everything on the inside, right? From my palms down, this is all streaming down your face. And then everything everywhere else is going out towards the ears and streaming out this way, and then we'll bring them all out here. Okay, so let's get started. Remember, when we work lymphatics, the touch is very gentle. Resist the urge to press deeply. You will shut them down. It does not work. It's skimming the foam of a cappuccino. That is my visual. So I'm going to open up my supraclavicular lymph nodes, and it's like a J stroke. You kind of go down and out. Okay, and that's because the way that the lymphatic rivers cross here are actually they're actually crossing this way at this juncture. So when you're crossing the river here and then directing them out. Okay, you do this about 10 times, and then bilaterally is how I work. And I'm going to go a little profile, show you the neck, and do it unilaterally. Normally I would do this. You can do this 7 to 10 times. I use Spock hands so I can get my middle finger behind the ear, my ring finger in front of the ear, and it feels like a J stroke. I'm really just crossing the lymphatic river and going down, but because I find that moving like this feels more soothing, I call it a little bit of a J. So I hook it and go down. Again, 7 to 10 times. Now I've opened this up. You can go back down the neck. And once I've done that, I swallow. Swallowing stimulates the release of the fluids. So every once in a while, it's good to stop and swallow. After that, I will turn around to show you where my hands are going. And I would be putting my hands just like this on my occiput. So this is my occiput. The base of my skull is your occiput. I can put a thumb down here and a pointer finger here. The rest of my fingers can rest on my head. And I would go towards the center line and sway down. So the lymphatic rivers are flowing down the back of the neck here. I would do that 7 to 10 times. After that, I'm going to come to this shirt collar region, and I like to do this bilaterally, and I like to take a breath. So I breathe in and my elbows go up, and when I exhale, my elbows go down, and it brings all the lymphatics from the back forward that are in this shirt collar region. You could do it unilaterally if that's hard for you, and you can do a C stroke, which is just where your hands would push the fascia back gently and then come forward. Okay, so this is what it would look like if doing it bilaterally is difficult. Another reason I love to do it bilaterally is because it makes me take some deep breaths. So lymphatics are also moved by deep breathing, by diaphragmatic breathing. So, and I would do that 5 times. It just gives me an opportunity to breathe. So for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do that 5 times, but 5 times here. Now I'm going to start working with this area from the chin, kind of headed towards the ear, well, definitely headed towards the ear. These lymphatics are my submandibular lymph nodes, and they're streaming down my neck. So overlapping C strokes, or maybe sad faces, because we want to go in the flow of the lymphatic. Maybe you can call it a sad face, but it'll make you feel really happy, or an upside down smile. So with the pads of your fingers, gently touch from chin to ear along the bottom of your mandible, and you are draining these mandibular nodes, submandibular nodes. And because we work from distal to proximal, we drain those. Now, usually I will keep working up till the nose, but in the case of sinus congestion, I like to come right up here, just at the top of my cheekbones under my eyes, and I put my fingers, the pads of my 3 fingers together, and I hold them here, and I will be pressing just a little bit, but it's very gentle. Again, resisting the urge to press very deeply, and I'm moving towards the ear. Okay, so I'm pressing down a little bit and then kind of moving them out, and pressing down and moving them out, doing that 5 times. The reason I do it right here is because this area connects and stimulates the parotid lymph nodes, which are going to help drain the nasal cavity, and it also connects to the tonsillar lymph nodes, which will also be helping to drain that nasal cavity. So now we've done this. Now I'm going to come back down here into this nasolabial fold, and I like to use 2 fingers. I will just gently, okay, I'm moving across this river, kind of where you see the fold, across this river and streaming down. So with 2 fingers, I'm gently lifting the skin, and I'm not pulling it down because I don't want to make myself pull my facial skin down too much. I don't like the way that feels. It's just a gentle directing of where the flow goes. Okay, so however many times you need, 5 to 10 times is usually good. Then coming up right here on the nose, right on the nose. Again, this is streaming down this way, so I take 1 finger here, the pads of my finger, and I go across and down. And I would do that 5 times. Okay, so now I've opened up this main triangle here. Come back down to the nasolabial folds. Again, resist the urge to press too deep, but this is where I'm going to press in gently and then direct the flow towards the ears. And you can hold it for 3 seconds. If you're not too congested, take a breath in through your nose and out through your nose. So like this. Five to 10 times, then you're moving it up. Okay, this right next to the nose here. And this is flowing towards the ear again, and you're doing the same thing and directing it this way. I'm pressing down, inhaling, and pressing out on my exhale. So now if you can breathe through the nose, that's great. And you will feel here, especially when you press down and then you do the pull out, and you can take your time with the pulling out. You will feel how that opens up the nasal passages just right away. It's amazing. Now again, in this parotid region, I fan out my fingers a little more this time, and I'm gonna do these overlapping C strokes that go towards the ear. So just helping to move it out with the pads of my fingers very gently. So that's 5 to 10 times. And this is my cheekbone, the top of it, and now the bottom of my cheekbone right here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. It's not gonna, so 5 to 10 times. After I've done that, I'm gonna further stimulate the area with tapping, gentle, gentle tapping. So tap, and I'll go again 5 times here tapping, and under where I just was, 5 times here tapping, and then this is all just stimulating the nodes. And then you want to work on your temples as well, right? You want to help bring everything out. So I've started opening it up here, and the rivers are flowing this way. So I like to lift and move back bilaterally, 5 to 10 times. And I'll come right here. This is the third eye. This is where you get those little number 11s that happen. And in Chinese medicine, it correlates the liver and to the emotion of anger. So it tends to be like when you get angry, you furrow your brows, right? We end up with these 11s. So I just grab a couple fingers, and it's again, resisting the urge to press too deep. But you press and you lift up. Actually, it's 3 fingers, but I'll press and lift. Press, and I inhale. And when you exhale, it's relaxing. And you're just, okay? And then after that, I'm gonna be working the lymphatics around my eyebrows. And this is just where you're gonna grab the brows, and it's a little bit of a lift, but it's so gentle. So I'm grabbing and directing them towards the ear. So it looks like this. I don't know if you can, it's a very subtle move. 5 to 10 times in the forehead. I put the pads of my finger on my forehead, okay? And then I just lift up because they're going this way. I lift up and then direct them towards the ears. So 5 to 10 times, and it's very gentle. You can see the skin stretch. Then back to the temples. 5 to 10 times, whatever feels good for you. Then, again with the Spock hands, 5 to 10 times. I'm stimulating those. From that point, I go back to the back of my head, and I don't know if last time you heard me so well, but it's the occiput, just the base of the skull. I'm gonna stimulate right there like I did last time. I'll show you my fingers again. And I use both hands, and the rivers are going down, so I am using my fingers to cross and direct down. Okay, 5 to 10 times. Then at that point right here in this little nook, okay, I like to put my fingers there and stimulate those nodes. So I'm still draining down into the neck. And I'll put my hands a little lower on my neck and continue to work and pull it all down and out. Do the shirt collar area right up here at the sort of high point of my shoulders. And with the inhale, and do that 5 to 10 times, and then end in this little notch right here. And do these 5 to 10 times. And when I'm done with that, swallow to stimulate the movement. Take some nice deep breaths. And my recommendation would be to get a nice warm washcloth, and you can stick that on your face. You can do a facial steam at this point. Maybe you want to put some eucalyptus in your hands and inhale whatever feels good to you in that moment. at this juncture, you have opened up those lymphatics, and they're just ready to go. So hopefully you're feeling better. Thanks a lot for watching.